All right, so welcome to another episode of What's Your Story? And who do we have here with us today?
Simone, or AKA Big Money Mom.
Big Money Moan. I like that. All right, so where you from, Big Money Moan?
Um, Murphy, North Carolina originally. I've been in Myrtle Beach for probably 11 years now.
You said Murphy, North Carolina?
Yeah, it's close to Cherokee, like 45 minutes, like where the
Okay, yeah.
casinos, the Indians.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I know where
Okay,
Cherokee at. All right,
okay.
okay. All right, so I'm gonna let everybody know how you ended up here. We actually met like a few days ago at a Friendsgiving. We told you what we do. You said that you would like to be on the platform. So I was like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah, let's
Let's
do
do it.
it. Yes.
Thank you for being so willing. I appreciate
Oh, yeah,
it. We
absolutely.
really appreciate it. So, my first question is going to be about relationships. In your opinion, what do you think makes a healthy relationship?
Communication, trust. Really, without those two, is nothing. Like, nothing at all.
Okay, so let's say there was some infidelity in a relationship. How do you build that back up once the trust has kind of been broken?
I mean, truthfully, I just feel like if both parties are willing to actually fix it and you're going to take the right steps to do that, then I mean, anything can be worked through.
Yeah. How you feel about monogamy?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Monogamy down for
Like, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, rewind. Hey,
it?
you're going to have to edit
Yeah.
that. Okay, emphasize like definition of that.
Monogamy just being with one person.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's your person type thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I only need one person. I don't need no extras. I didn't try to poly.
I was about That's my next question. How you feel about poly?
Listen. See, I actually had mentioned this like a year prior in my last relationship. I really put my own foot in my mouth. Like that was just like when they brought it to me, I was just like, no, like we're too deep in this. Like that's something that you really talk about in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You can't be 3, 4 years into a relationship trying to bring someone else into it.
Yeah.
Unless shit's just sorry.
Oh, you good? You
Unless
good? Now be yourself. Now you can talk. You can talk how you want. You
okay.
know what I'm saying? You let one out. That's fine. It's
Okay.
no mistakes, right?
Unless stuff is just like really boring and like not working out. But yeah, no. I ended up beating the girl up. Like she was not trying to be with me as well. And like that's the whole point. She was trying to be like sister wives.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Honey, I was here first. Like you're just coming into the picture. Like, I don't know what you think this is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up beating her up.
So
And that's how
it wasn't like a group thing. It was like she wanted him for herself,
mm-hmm.
and same for you. You wanted
Yeah.
him for yourself.
Well, no, I was definitely open to it. Like
Yeah.
that's like I think it went on for like 3 months, but we never even like me and her never did anything. Me and him was always taking her on dates. She was only spending like $100, and we're spending like $700 divided between me and him. So like, do the math now. Like, what are you bringing to the table? Nothing. Like, come on. Like, no. So yeah,
I see what you're saying.
yeah, that just did not. And then like when he was trying to cut her off, it was just not. She was just not being cut off. Like so, I had to beat her up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, she wasn't going.
yeah. So after that, she was gone though. So
She wasn't going. That's funny.
mm.
All right. First, it's a positive channel, so I'm gonna say, girl, stop putting your hands on people.
I'm working on myself, so I have not been in any fights since then. So
Yeah. Since we're on the subject of relationships, what's your longest relationship?
5 years, and I was engaged in that relationship.
And in your opinion, why didn't it work out?
Mm. Because he ended up getting on drugs. He was smoking crack and shooting up heroin, and that is a big no for me. Like I could put up with a lot of stuff in a relationship, but that is just not one. I'm not about to spend the rest of my life with you, and you're on drugs. Like what? That's crazy.
did you ever talk to him about why those drugs in particular? Like crack and heroin, I
Man,
feel like
listen,
are like the extreme,
I didn't even want to know why. I told him like you got 1 month to either get clean by yourself or go to a rehab, and he was obviously not clean within that month. So goodbye.
He had to head out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Nah, you can't be with no crack.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the brother. I hope he's clean now. I hope
No,
he got
he's
himself
like
together.
no, he got worse. Like he's bad off. Like when I left him, it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He in prison now, I think.
Dang. And y'all was engaged.
I dodged the bullet.
Hey, I was about to say.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I was
I
about to be
did.
your man forever through thick and
Oh
through
Lord Jesus.
thin.
No, he was not.
Man, you say he in prison now?
Yeah, I think so. That was the last thing I heard, so I don't know.
Man, well, if that brother ever sees this, I hope you're doing better, brother, by the
He's
time
not
you
even gonna
watch
see this. He's not even gonna see this. He probably somewhere else. But if he do though, hopefully you're doing better. Okay.
All right, so you mentioned prison. So speaking of jail, you been in jail?
Yes.
How many times you been in jail?
I've been in jail like 4 times.
What you go to jail for, man?
So the first 3 times was for like some fraud stuff. So basically, I cashed a bad check, and this was in North Carolina. So I was already back here. I got pulled over for like an improper turn. Man, it blew me so bad. Improper turn, and I was in jail. The longest, like on that charge, was 5 months.
Yeah.
So
they didn't give you any bail. You had to sit the whole 5 months. But...
So the first 2 times I bonded out. So like the first time I was in jail like 3 days. The second time was like maybe 5 days or like a week. But the third time was 5 months, and that's because I chose not to be bonded out. My bond was like 7,000, like with the 10%. So yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, so your bond was really like 70 bands.
Yeah,
and you had to pay 7 bands to get out.
So I was like, no, like that's like what? Like we could use 7,000 like for so much different things. So yeah, I sat. I was chilling though for real.
Yeah.
Like I went to jail in my hometown, so everyone knew me. So I was really big chilling.
Yeah.
Working in the kitchen, like I'm eating good. Like I was not worried about nothing. But I did go to jail in J. Reuben, and I was in jail 8 months. I went behind a guy. So fast forward 8 months in jail, I didn't have no bond. We're not even going to talk about the charges.
Okay.
So ended up being on house arrest, like 24/7 house arrest, 6 months until he took the charges. So I have nothing on my record. The first charge I beat. The second charges were with him.
Yeah. How was that experience?
Man,
being in jail for that long.
J. Reuben is like the worst jail you can go to. For real.
What makes it so bad?
Man, it's cold 24/7. Like the little mats that they give you to sleep on is not comfortable. The blankets they give you are itchy. Like the food is nasty. Like, and then they keep you locked. Like I went to jail like around COVID, so you're locked down like most of the day. You're only out for like 30 minutes.
So was it a 23-and-1?
No, but they keep you locked up like that for like the first month. I don't know if they still do it like that, but they was. And then when you go to population, you only come out like 30 minutes. And I think like an hour or two, and then like another hour and two at night.
Yeah.
It was not it.
What's the craziest thing you seen while you was back there?
What is the craziest thing I've seen?
Because we interview people that, have done time, and so we heard like a lot of stories. But what makes sure it's different is we never interviewed a woman that had that experience.
Right.
So I just want to know what the difference is.
I mean, really, they're not really gone for too much. Like the COs really be on everything. I mean, like the females be, like messing with each other in there, in the showers and stuff. Like it'd be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's probably about it. I mean, like I don't think anyone got in any fights or anything like that.
So no aggressive stuff.
No, they won't even let you braid someone's hair in there. Like it's a whole PREA charge.
That's an
Yes.
extra charge for braiding somebody's hair?
Like a sexual charge. Yeah.
For braiding hair?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay. Dang, that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just sat there, chilled, read books,
Yeah.
play cards. So
What's the most important thing you learned from being back there or even from someone you met back there?
I definitely feel like everything happens for a reason. Like the lifestyle I was living before I went to jail, I was out there. So um whenever my bond did post that I had no bail, my door got kicked in twice. So I got robbed, like everything. Shoes, clothes, everything like that. Um so I definitely feel like everything happens for a reason because like say I was there when I was getting robbed. I mean I had my CWP, but maybe I would have been going to jail for murder, or maybe I would have got killed. Anything could have happened. So, yeah,
Yeah. Thank God that you
definitely
weren't there.
no for real.
You,
So,
you're not a felon, right?
mm-mm.
Okay, good. So you can keep that strap on you.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right, bet,
Yeah.
bet, bet.
Yeah, I
Cause
used to be out there, like I said.
Because that kicking in those sound crazy. I just want you to
Yeah.
be able to protect yourself and not just be a victim.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? For sure, for sure. Because, boy, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, well, that's something new we learned. You can get a charge for braiding hair in jail, in women's jail.
Okay, no,
That,
for real.
that's different. That is different. So I know when we met, we talked about abuse. I don't really necessarily have questions. I just want you to talk about your experiences that you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You can stop at whatever point you want to stop, and then from when you're talking, I'll just make questions, as we go along.
All right. Um, my first abusive relationship, we're not going to get into details or anything, but he used to beat me all the time. First man that ever put his hands on me. So didn't really know how to take that. I was probably only in that situation for probably like a month and a half until I left. Turns out he was on the run for murder. So he could have definitely killed me. Like it was some crazy stuff. He's dead now though. RIP, I guess. But the second abusive relationship is so like I was with this person for like a couple years, but he didn't start putting his hands on me till like the very end. So I just feel like everything that we went through, maybe it was, some people can't like bounce back from certain stuff. So he definitely had anger issues. I have anger issues. I feel like our communication could have definitely been better. The way we handle each other could have definitely been better, but I mean, everything happens for a reason. So no longer in the situations.
That's good for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy for that.
Yeah. I wish them nothing but the best.
So with that, with your first experience with it, how was it? I can only imagine as far as like your reaction, like your emotions when it first happened ever in your life. Like,
So, like, do you want me to talk about that or like the first time?
yeah, just more so. Yeah, more. You can talk about that and just how you felt when it first happened because you've been in relationships, but you've never had this experience in relationships. But
Right.
now it's like, oh, I'm with this dude. This dude put his hands on me. Like,
Yeah.
what was running through your head during that moment when everything was going on?
Well, truthfully, like he asked me to go get him something to eat from China King. You know where China King is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, boom. I didn't know nothing about the swing bridge then.
Oh
So,
yeah.
I took the long way. I'm like, damn, the bridge closed. So I done went all the way around to Myrtle Beach back to the house. Man, when I pull up, he's staying in the road. Like
You standing in the
in the
road?
middle of the road waiting for me to pull up. Like, oh, get out the car. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, what's going on for real? Oh, you been cheating on me? Like, what? I just went to go get your food. So like, what you really talking about? Boom, snatched me out the car. beat my ass. My homegirl was actually in the car with me, and this story is really crazy. So, boom, the homegirl that was in the car with me, right? So I didn't go back in the house that night. Like I was outside for like 2 hours. I'm crying and stuff because I'm like, dang, like this really just happened. Um, so they like I see like everyone like in the house like go looking for me and stuff, and my homegirl found me. And I will never forget this night. Like it was so crazy. She came up to me while I'm crying, like, "Oh, by the way, your dude got good." Like what? Well, I'm crying. Like after he done beat me up. So like basically, she went and had sex with him while I'm outside crying. Ain't that some stuff right there?
Like the same night,
The
or
same night,
ain't no way.
swear. So like my trust issues with people are just spent.
Yeah, they tarnished after something like
Yeah,
that. I can understand that.
yeah.
So when you pull back up from China King and he was in the middle of the road, he did that like in public.
Yeah, like I live down white people neighborhood. No offense to y'all. But but like I mean I lived in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? So like I mean it was like probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night, but
Yeah, that's crazy. What do
yeah.
you and with the girl that said that, what do you think her motivation was for even
Man,
saying that to you at that point in time?
I don't know, but like a couple years down the road, I ended up going to jail with her ex. That sums up anything. So
Yeah,
but I wasn't friends with her then. Like we had like she wanted to chill with me and stuff. I was only cool with her for like a month.
yeah.
So
Where do you think he himself got the boldness to even do something like that or think something like that was okay? I mean, if y'all were together, I'm pretty sure you talked about his past. Did his parents do that? Did he see his parents do that? Like, where did he learn that from? You know what I mean?
man, that dude was crazy. Like he was crazy. Like for real.
I ain't gonna lie, that's wild.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie, that's super wild. So you left him after that, right?
Right. Like probably like 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't have nowhere to go, so I was really in a kind of messed up predicament.
Were you ever in an abusive relationship where you stayed and you kept going back and staying? And if so, like, what's your reason for going back and staying?
Yes. Um, love makes you do crazy things. Like I'm the type of person like I love unconditionally, so I just feel like everything can really be worked through. Like, okay, like we might be fussing and fighting now, but like if we really work on this, if we figure out like what it is that's like triggering us, because most of the time both people are traumatized, so it's just their traumas coming up. So like, what can we really do to work through this together? If people don't want to change, then so be it.
Yeah.
But love definitely, I love hard, so it's just I'ma stay.
Yeah.
I'm staying.
For you, it's love. For him, do you think it's manipulation?
Man, I don't know if he's a narcissist, if he a manipulator. Like, I don't really know. And truthfully, like when we broke up, like one of the things he said, like he didn't like the way that he was treating me. But I just feel like if you really love me, like you wouldn't be doing that, or you would at least change like the ways about yourself, like the bad ways.
Yeah.
But if you can't do that,
And
mm.
what were some of those ways, like disloyalty or
No, he was
um
definitely very loyal, very honest. Like even if it hurt my feelings, like he told me. So definitely had a lot of respect
I
for
say, yeah,
him.
you gotta respect that. Yeah, you gotta respect
Yeah.
that.
Um, I think our biggest problem was really communicating because I communicate one way, he communicates a different way. Um, really, I think it would be like the way we talk to each other. Because when you're mad, like if you actually take a second to pause, really think about what you're about to say, you're not gonna say all that crazy off the wall stuff.
Do you
So
do you feel like um do you feel like it would have been better if you guys just like took some space for maybe an hour? 30 minutes to an hour away from each other. Think about the
Listen,
situation, breathe a little bit, and then come back and then resort it out.
that's how I am. He's that person like, boom, I gotta figure this out right
Right
now.
now.
And I'm like, no, I need space. I need to figure like I need to calm down for one. I need to gather my thoughts. So I'm not saying some crazy off the wall stuff. And like I said, two different communication styles, so clash right there every time argument.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Because you would
Yeah.
probably be like, oh, I just need some time to
Right.
think. It's probably, nah, let's figure it
Mm-hmm.
out. What we gotta do, because I just want to work this out. I want to make this better.
Right.
Okay, I can see that. Any advice to anybody, to any woman, even male, because males get beat on too. I feel like people don't talk about that enough. Males be getting their hands put on them too. I know a lot of dudes that happened to, and
Oh,
they
I
are,
know some too now.
I say, they are nice guys. Okay, we're going to that. How do you feel about how that is looked upon? Because I feel like, okay, woman called the police, her guy is putting his hands on her. Police respond super swiftly, take it super serious. Guy calls police station. I don't feel like they take it as serious because he's a guy. But he's a good guy. He's not trying to resort or stoop down to that level to put his hands on her because he was raised a certain way. He know that's the wrong thing to do. He know when the
Right.
police come, if he did put his hands on her, if she got a bruise on her, they're gonna blame. They're gonna think he initiated everything. If there's no video evidence or if there's no, audio evidence to prove otherwise, like how do you feel about that when it comes to the law? Because I honestly think that's unfair. Because I know people from both sides. I'll say that.
Well, I know, like from experience, they're taking both parties to jail.
Oh,
Like for real, you're both going. So that's how me and my ex girlfriend like really was done. Like she called police on me and she started fighting me. So it's just like personally, don't call the police. Like if you don't want to go to jail too. Like she really did not think she was going to jail. So yeah, we both went to jail. As far as with men goes, there's definitely someone out here for everyone. Like I don't know why you would want to stay in something like that. I
yeah.
give good advice. I don't take my own though. So
Mm.
yeah, but listen to me though. Definitely don't stay. There's actual ways to work around that
Yeah.
and to get through it.
Do you think hotlines help? Abuse hotlines, just calling, being able to talk it out with somebody on the phone, um, or even maybe even like going to see someone about it. Not even legally. Not as far not legally, but as far as like law enforcement, but just talking to like either a friend or therapy or you feel like does that help kind of solve that issue?
I've actually recently started therapy, so I definitely feel like it's made a difference. Like I used to try to talk to my friends about it, but they're all gonna say the same stuff. Leave. You know,
Yeah.
like leave. You shouldn't be going through that. But like therapy, they're gonna give you like real legit advice. Like what? Like they're gonna get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Like what?
So do they have like things where do they have like exercises for you to go through or practice that kind of helps you? Do they just talk to you or just give you advice?
I'm not that far into therapy to tell you all that, but
Yeah.
I do know that they do like offer stuff like that. Um, like the first time I went to therapy, I talked for a whole hour straight, and I know that man was looking at me crazy. I know he was. All he keep on saying is, "Wow, that's a lot." That's all he kept saying. So I was just like, "Yep, yeah." So, but I mean, they're gonna talk you through it. I mean, they're gonna really like make you find yourself again because a lot of the times when you're in a relationship, you lose yourself. So, I mean, it's just a good way to really figure out who you are, where you want to be in life. Definitely calm you down a lot because I've definitely calmed down a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Now, I think that's interesting what you said with you lose yourself in a relationship.
yes.
Why do you think that is? Because you're giving so much of yourself to the other person, or like or it could go back to what you said, like love, like you know.
Well, I feel like a lot of times when you meet someone new, like you're giving that person the best version of yourself off rip. So they're not seeing all the flaws. You know, a couple years into it, I feel like you really don't know anyone for real until about 2, 3 years into the relationship. That's when all their flaws are coming out. Like that person that they've portrayed to be, they're not that, or they're trying to be everything that you want them to be. So then they're losing their self. You get what I'm saying? Oh, like I don't want you going out anymore. Like if you like going out, and that's not going to be in like people's faces, but like if you just generally like going out to like a bar or something, just to have a good time, like that should never be a problem. I feel like, but I guess that's what single people do, and I guess people in relationships don't feel the same way. But um, yeah, like just little stuff like that. Like you stop hanging out with your friends so much. Everything that you do like includes your partner. And I guess maybe I definitely sound kind of weird right now, but I feel like you definitely need individuality when you're in a relationship, unless you will lose yourself, because you're definitely trying to mold yourself to be who they want you to be,
That's true. And you do have in a relationship, I feel like you have to love the person for
who they are.
exactly and not
Hmm.
who you want them to be.
Right,
So that makes a whole lot of sense when you break it down like that.
right.
And it's not only a single people thing to go out and have fun.
I mean, like if my significant other wanted to go to the club, like we could go to a strip club for real, as long as you know
Yeah.
how to act in there. You know, we came for boobies and booty. Okay, I'm trying to keep this PG. But listen, we not rubbing on no other body parts, none of that stuff. So
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
right, you just gotta know how to conduct yourself when you're with someone. Really,
Yeah. So what's your love life look like now?
I'm single as a Pringle for real. I'm definitely not seeing anyone. I'm not having sex with anyone. That's not even on my radar right now. Like I'm really just trying to figure out me.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I just started a new job, so really all I do is work now, go home, sleep.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I always think too, you have to know yourself and find yourself before you can be with somebody else.
Mhm.
Because if you get into a relationship prematurely, it can work out, but it's gonna be
Rarely.
a very rough road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially depending on your partner. It can be a very rough road. So I know my advice to a lot of people, just know yourself before you make that type of commitment because you don't want to get into something that hurts somebody
Right.
unintentionally.
Hurt people hurt people.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And there's more than just there's different forms of abuse, you know.
Right.
It's physical, it's emotional, it's mental, and all those things matter. So something that may not be you may not think a big deal. Like, okay, let's say your partner was like picking on you, making little jokes, but it really hurt your feelings. Like to them, it may
I'm
be
telling them.
something small, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But to them, but to you, it's something big and you want it to change.
Right.
And so I feel like that's my advice to everybody. I don't know if y'all should even take that because I don't even really deal with relationships
Don't put up with any abuse.
for real. Yeah.
And correct it the first time.
The first time it happens, right?
Yes.
Because yeah, that's a that's a real thing. That's a serious thing. So
Mhm.
that's some good advice. That's some good advice.
Thanks.
Okay. So as your tradition, what we have here, let's look into the camera, say anything positive, inspirational, motivational that can help others out there that may have gone through the same thing that you went through.
All right, let me think here. You said positive, inspirational. What else?
Motivational.
Okay. If you're in an abusive relationship, definitely leave. I know it's hard sometimes, especially when you've been with them for a long time, but it's never okay. Like, it doesn't matter how much they love you. If they did, they wouldn't be doing it. Um, it's okay to leave and find yourself again. Maybe if y'all reconnect later on down the road, that's a okay. But right now, definitely take time to figure you out. take time out for yourself. Figure out what really makes you happy. Pick up a hobby, read a book, go paint sip. I don't know, something like that. What else?
It's all on you. If that's good enough, if that's good enough for you, it's good enough for me.
I really forgot what I said. You're gonna edit this, right?
Oh okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, boom. Focus on you and yourself and you getting money. Wait, no. Focus on you, yourself. Yeah, no. Add that too. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to help me.
Oh, well, I feel like she said enough and it was good, but I'll just say keep smiling. Like I always say, keep striving. Be a better version of yourself every day.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you see someone that motivates you or inspires you to be better, try to get around those group of people and uplift yourself and be better. If you be around negative people, don't be surprised when you start to become negative. If you be around positive people, don't be surprised if you start to become positive. So it's up to you how you want to live your life because we only got one. So just make it count and make an impact. You don't got to make an impact on the world. Make an impact on the people that really love you and truly be around you every day.
I like that.
Boom, boom.
That was good.
We've been doing this for a minute now. But that wraps up another episode of What's Your Story?